Ladies and gentlemen, as you can see on screen that our Honorable Minister, our chief guest for this function has arrived, and as soon as he comes on stage, we will begin today's program. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming our chief guest, Sri Gajendra Singh Shekhawat ji, Honorable Minister of Tourism and Culture. Please welcome him with a huge round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. We are extremely pleased to have the gracious presence of our Honorable Chief Guest, Honorable Minister Shri Gajendra Singh Shekhawat ji, Honorable Minister of Tourism and Culture. Ladies and gentlemen, as we were eagerly waiting the arrival of our Honorable Minister of Tourism and Culture, Shri Gajendra Singh Shekhawat ji, and also our chief guest for today's function, may I request everyone to please welcome him with a huge round of applause. Ladies and gentlemen, a very warm welcome to all our esteemed guests to the Diamond Jubilee celebration, 60 years of ITDC and 70 years of the Ashok. Today is not just a celebration of time, ladies and gentlemen, it is a celebration of India's pride. Ladies and gentlemen, we will now begin our function. May I kindly request our chief guest, Sri Gajendra Singh Shekhawat ji, Honorable Minister of Tourism and Culture, to kindly join us on stage. May I also warmly invite Dr. Vinod Paul, member Niti Aayog, Shri Moses Chalai, Secretary Department of Public Enterprises, Shri Arunish Chawla, Secretary Deepam, Shri Sanjay Jaju, Secretary Information and Broadcasting, Dr. Srivatsa Krishna, Secretary Tourism, and may I also invite Srimati Mugdha Sinha, Managing Director of ITDC. Ladies and gentlemen, as I was mentioning, that today is not just a celebration of time, it is a celebration of India's pride. For 6 decades, ITDC has not just welcomed guests, it has showcased India's culture, diversity, and warmth to the world. This evening is our collective salute to that remarkable journey. To begin this auspicious evening, may I please request our Honorable Minister. As you know, ladies and gentlemen, we always mark new and auspicious beginnings in Indian tradition with the lighting of the ceremonial lamp. And today we are extremely pleased to have with us the gracious presence of our Honorable Minister. May I request him, along with our other esteemed dignitaries on the dais, to kindly join in the lighting of the ceremonial lamp.
शुभं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शुभं कुरुध्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शत्रुबुद्धिविनाशाय दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तु ते दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तु ते शुभं कुरुध्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः
May this light guide ITDC as it continues to illuminate India's tourism story across the world. Ladies and gentlemen, in continuation with India's hospitable culture of welcoming guests, we would like to welcome our esteemed guests with flowers. May I please request Srimati Mugdha Sinha ji to kindly welcome our esteemed chief guest, Shri Gajendra Singh Shekhawat ji, with a floral tribute and welcome. May we have a big round of applause for Honorable Minister. A very warm welcome to you, sir, once again. May I please request Shri Rajesh Rana, Director Commercial Marketing, ITDC, to kindly come on stage and welcome Dr. Vinod Paul, Member Niti Aayog. May I request Mugdha ji to kindly do the honors in presenting the floral bouquet to Dr. Paul. May I also request you, ma'am, to kindly do the honors in welcoming our esteemed dignitaries on the dais, Shri Moses Chalai, Secretary Department of Public Enterprises. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll request you to kindly keep up the applause. Now to Shri Arunish Chawla, Secretary Deepam. Can we have the floral bouquets, please? May I request Mr. Rana to kindly do the honors in welcoming Shri Arunish Chawla, Secretary Deepam. May I now request Shri Lokesh Agarwal, Director Finance, to kindly come on stage and welcome Dr. Srivatsa Krishna, Secretary Tourism. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. As I had mentioned earlier, our Honorable Minister of State for Tourism, Shri Suresh Gopiji, could not make it for this function. He had to be present at his constituency due to some urgent and pressing work commitment. However, he sends his best wishes and his blessings for this program through a video recorded message, which will be played during the course of this program. A very warm welcome to all our guests who have joined us this evening. Founded in 1966, ITDC has stood at the forefront of building India's tourism infrastructure. In Indian tradition, 60 years is celebrated as Shashti Puran, a sacred moment of completion, gratitude, and renewal. As ITDC completes 60 years, its journey reflects India's timeless civilizational value of Atithi Deva Bhava, where hospitality is a sacred responsibility. And this Sashti Puran is both a celebration of legacy and a reaffirmation of responsibility to serve, preserve, and carry forwards India's spirit. यह षष्ठी पूरन भारत के उदार अतिथि परंपरा का उत्सव है जो हर अतिथि को अपना बना देता है और इसी अपनापन का प्रतीक सालों साल निभा रहा है आईटीडीसी. With these words, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to invite Srimati Mugdha Sinha, the Managing Director of ITDC, requesting her to kindly deliver her welcome address.
Shri Gajendra Singh Shekhawat ji, Honorable Minister for Tourism and Culture. Shri Jual Oram ji, Honorable Minister for Tribal Affairs, is 5 minutes away. He's on his way to attend this program. Dr. Vinod Paul, Honorable Member, Niti Aayog. Shri Chalai Moses Sir, Secretary DPE. Dr. Arunesh Chawla Sir, Secretary Deepam. Dr. Srivats Krishna ji, Secretary Tourism. Excellencies and members from the Diplomatic Corps, senior officers from Government of India and states, resident commissioners, friends from the travel, tourism and hospitality ecosystem, industry bodies, colleagues from SCOPE and the PSU fraternity, our own ITDC family, board members, functional directors, independent external monitors, ex-CMDs, employees, stakeholders, unions, and well-wishers, friends from the media, ladies and gentlemen. Namaskar and very good evening. First of all, my absolute humble apologies for the delay in the program. It was inadvertent from our side, and lot of gratitude for having all the patience that you do. On the momentous occasion of the double anniversary celebrations of ITDC and Ashok, with immense pride and a profound sense of accomplishment, on behalf of the ITDC Parivar and all of you present here, I extend a very warm welcome to our esteemed chief guest, guest of honor, and esteemed dignitaries on the stage. ITDC is delighted and fortunate to have you with us today for your support, encouragement, and guidance. I also take this opportunity to cordially welcome with greetings and gratitude all our distinguished guests who have taken out time to join us for this historic milestone moment. Your presence in large numbers is truly encouraging. 60 is a special number, not just for institutions, but for me, it's a sanskar, a shashti purti for individuals, as it marks a transition, a time to pause, reflect, introspect, and reimagine the future. The true measure of an institution is in its ability to reinvent itself. Over the last 10 months, we have dedicated ourselves to structural reforms, improving operational efficiencies, enhancing service standards, investing in business insights and tech enablement that have already begun to yield affirmative results in the form of robust performance. In quarter three of the financial year 25-26, building on the previous quarters, we have achieved a record quarter-on-quarter turnover growth of 54% and a 28% increase in profit over the last year. Renovation of physical infrastructure has added 50,504 square feet of new commercial space carved out of a previous garbage dump being inaugurated today as the Aishwarya Eravat open air space flanked by atavistic trees, good for all kinds of outdoor parties, banquets, barats, and events. This is as much about improved aesthetics as it is about embracing nature and sustainability, making good commercial sense. ITDC has 18 divisions, 8 of which are strategic business units, including the recently inaugurated Ashok Business Insights Division, and 10 other divisions that provide strategic support, as you may have seen in the exhibition that we have put up at the foyer. Massive technology integration, upgradations, and innovations across all divisions has enabled us to improve our digital infrastructure, leveraging data and tech for travel and hospitality services and solutions. The launch of our new ITDC bookings.in portal is just one of the things that we shall witness here. Coupled with the digital and physical stack, concerted efforts have been made to curate ITDC's cognitive stack, building on ITDC's lived experience and legacy of the last 6 decades in consonance with the expectations of the new age and generation of travelers, 72% of whom use technology platforms for making all their booking and travel decisions. Smart contracting, procurement, licensing, and fintech integrations and aggregations require crafting the fine print that holds us in good stead and protects our commercial interest. The 3 manuals we are unveiling today are our intellectual properties that will enable us to speed up and scale our commerce in compliance with statutory requirements. Just as the tiny acorn contains the mighty oak, similarly, an organization's true strength and potential can be gauged from its professionals. Consistent efforts, many man hours of capacity building, industry consultations, and domain based knowledge sessions with experts have been organized to expose and orient the existing teams across hierarchies and new recruits to the ever evolving world of travel, tourism, and hospitality. I'm extremely proud to share that women occupy 29% of leadership position in ITDC. Tourism, thank you. Tourism rests on both culture and commerce, but most of all on perception. In writing the ethnography of ITDC, the fact that the eye of ITDC has always been the implementing arm of Incredible India, that is a sentiment that never needs to be forgotten, always remembered and cherished. Acknowledging also the most important principle of ethnography, not to tell, but to show. I will not stand between you and the various inaugurations, unveilings, and launches that we plan to do here today. But standing here tonight is indeed a very humbling moment for me. We have come a long way, but we have larger ground to cover still. Challenges remain, but I can say with a lot of confidence that we are better prepared. To all our patrons, guides, friends, and well-wishers, a big thank you. To my fabulous team at ITDC, this could never have been possible without your sweat, toil, I hope no tears, but a lot of efforts and time. A leader is only as good as her team. So thank you, Team ITDC. A special thanks to all our collaborators who entered as strangers and became stakeholders. To our fellow PSU brethren, I'm given to understand the chairperson, Scope and DG Scope are here with us. Scope has allowed us from a very first collaborative event, the Yoga Day that we did here in June, to foray to curate a whole of government approach and a whole of PSU approach. Secretary DPE and Secretary Deepam are aware of the initiative that we took in June. To our senior colleagues, mentors, and many friends who have come from all across, especially for this event, words will fall short to say thank you to you. To PIB and members of the media, social influencers, uh, digital influencers, in the age of infocalypse, your stories do matter, so keep writing. Once again, I warmly welcome and thank all our esteemed dignitaries on the dais and our august gathering for the magnanimity of your time and attention. I also have the honor to very warmly welcome our Honorable Minister for Tribal Affairs, Sri Jual Oram Sir. And I will conclude. So thank you very much for your very, very benign and gracious presence. मैं आपका तहे दिल से स्वागत करती हूँ, sir. Thank you very, very much. And I'm just concluding. I will conclude with the two lines from a temple in Bundi, which I read when I was collector Bundi, which I carry as my talisman. जो लोग अपने पद से कार्य करते हैं वो कभी ना कभी भूतपूर्व हो जाते हैं पर जो लोग अपनी इच्छा से काम करते हैं वो सदैव अभूतपूर्व रहते हैं when I look at Ashok and the A I always think of abhutpurv. Thank you very much. Jai Hind and all the best.
Thank you, Mugdha beautifully said in your welcome address, and thank you for sharing the various initiatives, new and the refurbished existing programs and initiatives of ITDC. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in extending a very warm and hearty welcome to our Honorable Minister for Tribal Affairs, Shri Joal Oramji. May I please request Srimati Mugdha Sinha to kindly welcome our Honorable Minister with a floral bouquet. Can we have a huge round of applause? Thank you, Honorable Minister. Ladies and gentlemen, a special occasion calls for special moments, and this evening we have a series of such special moments. Let's commence with the first in the order, the launch of the customized My Stamp on the Ashok, which incidentally also completes 70 years. To commemorate the Ashok's distinguished service to the nation and government over the past 7 decades, and as a tribute befitting this historic milestone of an iconic institution, ITDC, in coordination with the Department of Post, we're releasing a special postage stamp to mark the 70 glorious years of the Ashok. Ladies and gentlemen, each customized My Stamp sheet comprises of 12 individual stamps with a face value of rupees 5 per stamp, issued with official postal validity, and these stamps combine authenticity with exclusivity. May I please invite Sri Neeraj Kumar Jha, Postmaster General, Delhi Postal Circle, to kindly join us on stage to release the customized My Stamp. And may I please request our Honorable Minister of Tourism and Culture, Sri Gajendra Singh Shekhawat ji, to kindly release this. Really requesting all our esteemed dignitaries on the dais to kindly join in. Ladies and gentlemen, beyond their commemorative significance, these customized stamps will now serve as an effective branding and promotional tool. Thank you, Honorable Minister. We now have the launch of the book cover on A Day at the Hotel. This is an illustrated book in collaboration with Amar Chitra Katha. This is a follow up to the budget announcement for the financial year 2026-27 regarding the setting up of a National Institute of Hospitality Management, and this will be fruitful in orienting school and college students, especially in Tier 2 and 3 cities and rural areas, about the various career options available in the hospitality sector. The attractive illustrations will catch the attention of the young generation to understand the nuances of working in a hotel and what a day at the hotel entails. These books can be used by IHMs, and the sale of the same will be available at the lobbies of ITDC hotels, both as souvenirs and for recall value. May I now invite May I please request our chief guest, Honorable Minister, to kindly unveil the book digitally. Both are ministers joining hands to release this. Thank you, Honorable Ministers and dignitaries. They say a picture is worth a thousand words, and a film perhaps a thousand memories. We now have the launch of the film on the Ashok. The cinematic AV celebrates the Ashok's spatial luxury with 90,000 square feet of greens and own microclimate. The grandeur and service of the Ashok has left its guests with unforgettable experience and memories. The film is going to be used throughout the year for ITDC's promotions. May I please request our honorable ministers to kindly release the film with a click of a button. Sir, could you kindly release this film with a click of a button? India's hospitality address, the Ashok. As part of ITDC's commitment to create immersive experiences, the stylized postcard is not just memorabilia, but the QR embedded in it will allow the users to watch the Ashok film and view all the elements of the commemorative event as a little gift from us to ensure that our guests can always keep the memory of this event alive. May I please request our honorable ministers to kindly release the tech-enabled postcard on the Ashok with a click of a button and also physically showcase the tech-enabled postcard on the Ashok. Ladies and gentlemen, please don't forget to carry a copy of this postcard, which is available at the foyer, of course, after the conclusion of the program. Let's have a hearty round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. The tech-enabled postcard on the Ashok. Thank you, honorable ministers and dignitaries. May I now request you to kindly take your respective seats. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to now invite Dr. Srivastava Krishna, Secretary Tourism, Government of India, requesting him to kindly deliver his inaugural address.
Honorable Minister for Tourism and Culture, Shri Gajendra Singh Shekhawat ji, Honorable Minister for Tribal Affairs, Shri Orel Joranji, distinguished colleagues on the dais, past and present members of the ITDC family, ladies and gentlemen. It's a great pleasure to be here, and I think it's a great omen that this is happening, the 60th anniversary of ITDC, at the same hour as when the Honorable Prime Minister dedicated Seva Tirth to the nation just an hour ago, a few kilometers away. And those of you who heard his speech, it gave me and many of us on the dais absolute goosebumps. It is one of his most strong and striking speeches where he spoke straight from the heart about creating a Viksit Bharat. And dare I say that it's a very auspicious omen that the 60th anniversary of ITDC happened on the same day at the same hour. And indeed, ITDC remains a major pillar in taking India towards Viksit Bharat. I think ITDC was not created to run hotels. It was created to build India's global presence at a time when we did not have such a significant presence. Today, thanks to the efforts of Honorable Prime Minister and his leadership and Indians everywhere, India's most important exports are the incredible Indian, and they have planted our flag on the global stage. However, at a time when the incredible Indian was just beginning his journey on the global stage, ITDC became the mascot and became the most abiding memory for any foreign tourist coming to India. When the world came to India, ITDC was there to receive it with grace, warmth, and excellence. And I dare say, when I see the function today, it has lasted 60 years. Our Honorable Minister, the first day when I took charge recently, when I first called on him to tell you how much ITDC is on his mind, he told me that we must bring it back to its old glory. And under his dynamic leadership and that of a very, very competent and dynamic managing director, Mugdha, I am sure ITDC will reach where it once was. We are aware of the gaps which are there, and we are working overtime to make sure that these are corrected so that ITDC goes back where it began. ITDC pioneered monument illumination much before it became fashionable in the world. And today, when we talk about monument illumination, we forget that it was started in India by ITDC. Again, a little known fact which I thought I should mention here. When ITDC pioneered monument illumination, along with it came storytelling. Today, we are looking at storytelling as a way to promote incredible India's destinations. But storytelling actually began with ITDC in India 60 years ago. Remember, the India then was extremely different from the India today. ITDC did not follow tourism. It created tourism where none existed. And we have built the foundation through ITDC on which India's tourism journey has moved forward. ITDC did not merely build hotels, it built India, confidence in India as a destination, and pride in India as a civilization. Tourism, ladies and gentlemen, is a memory, and ITDC is an important part etched in that memory. I wish all the ITDC family and ladies and gentlemen present here the very best on your 60th anniversary. I am sure we are going to be an important part of creating Viksit Bharat, which is the goal given to us by the Honorable Prime Minister. And as he mentioned in his speech today, every single office, every single officer, no matter how small he is, matters because they are contributing towards a Viksit Bharat 2047, where our personal goal is to see that the tourism component of our GDP, when it becomes $30 trillion, is at least 10% of that at $3 trillion. We are today at 5%, and I'm sure we will make it there. Thank you very much, and all the best to all of you.
Thank you, Dr. Srivats Krishna, for your extremely inspiring address and how beautifully you put it. When the world came to India, ITDC was there to receive, creating and building tourism of India. Ladies and gentlemen, the swimming pool at Hotel Samrat has been refurbished and is ready to use by the hotel guests as well as through membership for other users. The pool is equipped with all the necessary safety protocols, maintenance systems, and premium guest facilities. The memberships will open for the season by mid March and available on our social media handles. May I please request our Honorable Minister to kindly inaugurate this by the unveiling of the plaque digitally. May I request our esteemed dignitaries on the dais to also join in. Ladies and gentlemen, the demand for outdoor venues for weddings and conferences in India have been on a steady rise. The Aishwarya lawns have been upscaled with better layout, landscaping, and space utilization and can be used for outdoor events. It's an area of 12,346 square feet. An adjoining defunct space lying in disuse has been cleared up and refurbished and is being launched as the Airavat Outdoors. This large multi-purpose space has been created suitable for fairs, exhibitions, and the adjunct use for wedding and conference activities. And this area is close to 38,158 square feet. May I please request the Honorable Minister to kindly launch these two valuable spaces at the Ashok by the unveiling of the plaque digitally. Thank you, Honorable Ministers. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to now invite and request Shri Arunesh Chawla, Secretary Deepam. May I request him to kindly deliver his special address.
Honorable Ministers, my esteemed colleagues on the dais, Managing Director ITDC, friends from the ITDC family and the Hotel Ashok. Not many people dare to invite Secretary Deepam to their functions. I'm here both as Secretary Deepam and former Secretary Culture. I must begin by commending the energetic managing director of ITDC, we follow everything we follow everything you do very closely. We follow your performance in all its dimensions. And I'm very happy to note, announce, and commend that ITDC has rejuvenated itself. As Secretary Tourism said, we could not have the 70th anniversary of Ashoka Hotel and 60th of ITDC on a day more auspicious than inauguration of Seva Tirth. The ITDC and Hotel Ashok is woven into the story of independent India. It is this woven, it is given the great slogan, Incredible India, and our fellow Indians who have gone and spread this message all over the globe are truly incredible. I just want to leave a thought that ITDC and tourism, while it takes this message to all corners of the country and everywhere else along the globe, it has a unique opportunity and a unique presence and a unique way to integrate India's grassroots and cultural economy and India's creative economy and millions of those creative workers with tourism, with modern economy, and spread that message in India all over the globe. I will not take more time because many speakers are lined up. I was very happy to see the way you have curated the event, boring speeches interspersed with exciting inaugurations. My best wishes. Let's remember the great Emperor Ashoka and his legacy, which transforms and presents to ourselves in the skyline of Delhi as Hotel Ashok. Let ITDC prosper and let India always be incredible. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Nish Chawla, for your extremely warm and inspiring special address. Responding to the evolving client expectation for gifting solutions, ITDC is proud to introduce the ITDC gift vouchers, a thoughtfully curated ITDC branded gifting solutions through prepaid and committed purchases, redeemable against restaurants, rooms, and a good option for shagun and corporate gifting. May I now request our honorable ministers to kindly launch these gift cards digitally. A wonderful gifting option. In India, food is a language of love, wisdom, and care served together. Inspired by the spirit of Gyan Bharatamisham, the Ashok recipe book presents a vast treasure trove of Indian recipes. It's a carefully curated collection of these state banquet menus along with select recipes from the Ashok kitchens. It presents an unique and evocative chronicle of India's diplomatic heritage, one that tells its story through treaties or transcripts, but through the menus served to the heads of state at Hyderabad House by ITDC. Requesting honorable ministers and dignitaries on the dais to kindly unveil the iconic coffee table book, the Ashok recipe book. Hyderabad House, one of New Delhi's most iconic and dignified institutions, has long been the setting for state banquets and historic diplomatic engagements. And this launch celebrates food not merely as cuisine, but as a culture passed from one generation to the next. Can we have a huge round of applause for this? The iconic Ashok recipe book. Thank you, honorable ministers and dignitaries. Ladies and gentlemen, for today's dinner, you will be sampling some of the signature dishes that the Ashok Hotel has curated from their legacy specialty restaurants. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to now invite Sri Moses Chalai, Secretary DP, requesting him to kindly deliver his special address.
Honorable Chief Guest and Minister of Tourism and Culture, Shri Gajendra Singh Shekhawat Honorable Minister, distinguished dignitaries on the dais, senior officials of the ministry, esteemed guests, ladies and gentlemen, it is indeed a, a pleasure and privilege to participate in the joint celebrations of 60 years of ITDC and 70 years of the Ashok Hotel, and also to witness the wonderful releases uh, that we are witnessing actually, and to be associated with an institution that continues to strengthen its role within the public sector ecosystem through professional innovation and accountability. This, I would like to congratulate ITDC, the MD and her team, this momentous occasion. It has the ITDC has played a key role in the journey and growth of tourism in the country, especially in the early days. It has played pivotal role in tourism infrastructure development, mainly the hotels, as we all know, and under the very well-known Ashok Group brand. Many of us actually grew up with that. ITTC being a CPSE, Central Public Sector Enterprise, we at DP, Department of Public Enterprises, work together closely. I'm very happy to, witness the growth and the first, that improvement that's picking up by the company. In fact, since the last we met, Mugda, you have picked up much far ahead. You know, the performance. Uh, we have this annual performance rating exercise called MOU, and they have scored, out of the last 3 years, two times very good and one time excellent. And And at the rate at which it is going, I believe and I'm confident it will be only excellent henceforth. Yeah. In conclusion, I would like to congratulate the ITDC leadership and the entire team for their focus efforts in institutional strengthening and continuous improvement. I wish again, once again, ITDC continued success in achieving higher standards of performance and governance in the years to come. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Thank you, Shri Moses Shalai, for your succinct special address. We now have the unveiling of the ITDC Procurement of Goods and Services Manual 2026. ITDC has launched a set of comprehensive operational manuals which are designed to standardize service excellence and standard operating procedures, representing a major step forward in ITDC's efforts to align the Indian hospitality industry with global best practices for procurement and services as part of its commitment to transparency, efficiency, and good governance. May I request our honorable ministers and esteemed dignitaries on the dais to kindly unveil the ITDC Procurement of Goods and Services Manual 2026. Can we have a huge round of applause? Thank you so much. The unveiling of the ITDC Procurement of Goods and Services Manual 2026. We next have the unveiling of the ITDC template for General Clauses 2026. Recognizing the need for a unified framework across tenders, agreements, and licensing documents, the ITDC template for General Clauses reflects ITDC's continued commitment to strong governance, administrative discipline, and organizational uniformity. May I request our honorable ministers to kindly unveil this, requesting our dignitaries on the dais to kindly join in. And I request our esteemed members in the audience to kindly continue with their applause. These are some very pivotal work that has been done, keeping in mind all the details and the thank you, honorable ministers. We are now honoring the team of the Chalo India with Eric G series. Mr. Eric Olorenshaw OB is lifelong student of history. His career in public services spans several decades. He has served as a Member of Parliament in London, among very other important public life roles. And today he is affectionately called as Eric G. His genuine love for India makes him a natural guide, inviting audiences from across the world to experience the country. Mr. Rajdeep Chaudhary is an actor and filmmaker whose work is shaped by culture, movement, and has lived experience. Growing up in Assam, his early exposure to music, learning the harmonium and the tabla from his mother, sparked a very lasting connection to rhythm and storytelling. He trained at the Royal Central School of Speech and Drama, London, and works internationally across film and television. May I now invite the team of this film, Mr. Eric Olorenshaw Obe, presenter of the film Chalo India with Eric G, Mr. Rajdeep Chaudhary, scriptwriter and director, Mr. Yogesh Singh, Executive Producer, Mr. Raza Surti, Executive Producer, and Mr. Manish Zais, Associate Producer. May I please request you to kindly join us on the dais and requesting honorable ministers to kindly felicitate them. Can we have a very big round of applause for this creative team, Chalo India series with Eric G. I think they deserve even a better applause. Creativity's biggest encouragement is applause. And today we'd like to show our encouragement and appreciation to this creative team. Congratulations. Thank you, Honorable Ministers. Ladies and gentlemen, we now have the release of the teaser of Chalo India with Eric G, a film on Mizoram, which has been inspired by the Honorable Prime Minister's Chalo India campaign. May I request our Honorable Ministers to kindly release a teaser of this film digitally.
Chalo India, Chalo India. Chalo
And I'm now across the border. Yeah. I am now in Mizoram.
Like 1 kilometer below.
Right. So I'm now standing in Mizoram. Yeah.
You're standing in Mizoram.
Thank you very much.
Welcome again.
Thank you. Thank you.
Enjoy your stay. Oh.
Lovely. Lovely to meet you. Well, it looks like City are doing it again with all their foreign players, but we're still in the game, nearly two there. Still in the game. Well, trying our best. We have more strikes at goal than City did, but as typical City finished off, so it matches the modern United. We're almost there, but not quite. But one day we will be again. Amazing view, Aayog. It does actually remind me of a bit from a Hitchcock film, but incredible out there. All these houses built virtually into the side of a mountain. How they get around the roads, I've yet to see. So, a new culture to explore, new tastes, food, different language. Really looking forward to getting out there and seeing what Mizoram has to offer. But at the moment, it offers the most incredible views. But I've become, I've got a new teacher.
Hello, Eric.
Yeah.
I have a surprise for you today.
That's very nice. Wow.
It's about our Mizo cultural dance, Tero, which existed way back during the first century AD.
Right.
Yeah. Only
Okay.
this one, your thumb, it will come out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Your thumb
Like that.
coming. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So this means what?
Thank you.
I love you. Oh, why? I love Mizoram. Okay. Yes. We're in a place between Aizawl and Champai, which is called Jordana. What's the
Yeah.
name? What's the name of the town?
Kefang.
Kefong.
Yeah.
Kefong, is that right pronunciation?
Yes, it is right.
Kefong with my director's family, cousins. So is it common here that women run businesses?
Yes, it is really common. But women make their own business and
And that's expected, that's
it
usual.
is expected that women also do work
Yeah.
as equal as men.
So the men, well, the men work as well, yeah?
Yes, not as hard as them.
Really? So the way, yeah.
After but after getting back from job, they still provide for their family, cook for them, and
Yeah.
maintain the household.
So the woman does the business and also maintains the household
yeah.
at home. Yeah. Is that very fair?
Not really, but
I'm just waiting here to meet the additional Deputy Commissioner for Champai, who is apparently going to welcome me. Something quite special.
Ah, Eric, you got a fish.
Well, that's not going to feed us tonight, is it?
You found your hobby quite late, I think.
I don't think I'm going to go into the fishing business. All those things, making this one of those journeys that will live with me actually for the rest of my life, to be honest. It sounds, but it's true. And learning about this unique state, this unique piece of a jigsaw that goes to fit into incredible India. What an amazing place. Amazing place.
Such breathtaking visuals of pristine beauty, Mizoram. Thank you, Eric and the entire team for making such a beautiful film. I know where my next holiday is going to be. Ladies and gentlemen, may I please request our guest of honor, Dr. Vinod Paul, member Niti Aayog, requesting him to kindly address us.
Thank you very much. Namaste, good evening. Honorable Union Minister of Tourism and Culture, Shri Gajendra Singh Shekhawat ji, Honorable Union Minister of Tribal Affairs, here you are, Oram ji, my senior colleagues in the government, the secretaries, MD, ITDC, Madam Mugdha Sinha ji, ITDC and the Ashok family, Excellencies, distinguished guests, Eric ji and team, I'm so pleased and honored to be here. A twin celebration of iconic institutions that we are celebrating today is a very auspicious and exhilarating moment for all of us. And thank you, ma'am, for curating it really so well, as has been appreciated by our other colleagues. As has been rightly pointed out, ITDC was there when we needed it most. ITDC, you have imparted new shine, new hollow, new meaning, and new glow to the incredible story of our great nation. Thank you for doing it, and more power to you. Congratulations for your achievements. And let me say that I'm hearing from Secretary Deepam that we are safe. Thank you. And we need more power to you, more excellence on your way. And that's the spirit with which we all would work. So I want to seek promise from you, ITDC, Ashok family, that we will build on this trust and deliver for Viksit Bharat, because Viksit Bharat needs great institutions, great corporations, and great hospitals. Thank you. I also wish to congratulate the Ashok family in particular. 70 years, phenomenal story. Ashok has been an iconic entity in this great city. I came to Ashok for the first time in 1975, sir, when the first big international meeting was ever held here, and that meeting was the global meeting of physiology. Physiology, I'm a doctor, so physiology, and this was big news that we can hold an international meeting way back in 1975, and I was a volunteer standing here in this corner to usher people in, and I earned about 200 rupees. So Ashok, you are great. You are pride of India, and you are iconic symbol of a great nation and great civilization. Because what is special about Ashok is that you feel the Indian culture here. You have that warmth. You connect us to civilization, and this I say with deep appreciation and from a very very warm heart. Ma'am, for your kind consideration, I wish to make two suggestions. They are interlinked. One, that we should fashion the Ashok and our other ITDC entities for the wellness tourism. And I say because I represent the health sector and IU sector in the Niti Aayog system. So it's a spontaneous suggestion to you that let's build on the, the wellness opportunities that this great nation offers to us, the tradition offers to us, and there is a great way forward. And when you would do it, it'll also be picked up by the state governments and the private entities and so on. So that's one suggestion. The second interconnected suggestion is that the Honorable Finance Minister has announced 5 medical value tourism hubs to come up in our nation. Medical tourism hubs. Most likely, one of them will be Delhi NCR. Ma'am, let's be ready for that role. Let's be ahead. Let's build on that. It is not just physical proximity with hospital, it's the ecosystem, the people who would come from across the nation, and we wish to get guests for treatment not only from the global south but from the very best known, most advanced nations of Europe, America, and the East. The very best. They will come here by choice and they will look forward to comfort of the institutions like this. So I would urge that we work together to build, be ahead of others, to build an ecosystem for that opportunity which is out there for us to harness. Above all, I congratulate the team Ashok and team ITDC, those families, the family of these two institutions that are present here, and long live Ashok, long live ITDC. Congratulations. Let us be the most preferred destination in the country for the world. Jai Hind.
Thank you, Dr. Vinod Paul, for your kind address and for your salient suggestions. We now have the unveiling of the ITDC Sound and Light Shows Manual 2026. ITDC becomes the only organization in the government to have produced a manual with step-by-step process and specifications for curating sound and light shows and heritage monuments for an immersive experience. The SEL Shows Manual 2026 is fully aligned with the latest manuals of the Department of Expenditure and General Financial Rules. This manual provides a comprehensive outlook towards the processes involved in preparation of tender documents, evaluation and bidders, and selection of the work executing agency. Honorable Ministers are unveiling this important SEL manual. Thank you, Honorable Ministers. Ladies and gentlemen, we now have the launch of the teaser of 4 sound and light shows at Leh, Purana Kila, Bundi, Udaigiri, and Khandagiri. In a grand tribute to the nation's cultural renaissance and stories of our history, a teaser series of state-of-the-art sound and light shows across multiple locations will be inaugurated. The launch of the teasers is a precursor to the launch of the sound and light shows at the various sites. May I now request the Honorable Ministers to kindly launch the teaser of the sound and light shows at the mentioned places. Honorable Minister, may I please request you to kindly launch the teaser of the sound and light shows.
पेश है लेके इस शाही महल की दास्तां। लेह की आबो हवा में जहां है आप आज विराजमान, है वो रूफ ऑफ द वर्ल्ड, लद्दाख की राजधानी और इस केंद्र शासित प्रदेश की शान, जहां इस लेह पैलेस की दीवारों पर तराशा हुआ है इतिहास, जहां आसमान को रोशन करे एक दिव्य प्रकाश। मैं लैचन पालखर यानी लेह पैलेस। आज आपको दुनिया की सबसे ऊंची मानव बस्ती की कहानी सुनाऊंगा।
आइए शुरू करते हैं भारत पर्यटन विकास निगम की प्रस्तुति किला कहे कहानी।
दिल्ली के ना थे कूचे और आके मुसव्वर थे, जो शक्ल नजर आई तस्वीर नजर आई।
मीर ने ये शेर कहकर जैसे मेरे दिल का हाल ही बयां कर दिया। जो दिल्ली मेरी यादों में जिंदा है, उसका हर कूचा, इमारत, बाजार ऐसे दिखते थे मानो किसी रंग साज ने कागज पर बनाए हों। मुझे पुराना किला कहते हैं। मुझे मुगलों ने बनवाया जरूर, लेकिन साहब मेरी मिट्टी तो यहीं की है, तो उस लिहाज से हुआ मैं खालिस हिंदुस्तानी। मेरे अहाते में कल जहां मुगल सियासत की सरगर्मियां थीं, वहां अब आप जैसे साहिबानों से रौनक लगी रहती है। अक्सर लोग जब हाथ उठाकर तस्वीरें लेते हैं तो मेरा बूढ़ा अक्स भी कैद हो जाता है। मेरे झुके कंधे और मौसम की मार से खुरदुरा हुआ चेहरा भी दिख जाता है। पर जब यहां बादशाहों का आना जाना था, तब मैं भी अदब से तनकर खड़ा रहता था। मुगल दरबार।
बस मौका मिलते ही खुल जाता है तुम्हारा मुगल नाम का पोथा, जैसे दिल्ली उन्होंने ही बसाई हो।
और हजरात, ये मेरी पुरानी दोस्त है, यहाँ की जमीन। अच्छा एक बात बताओ, तुमने मुझे टोक तो दिया, लेकिन क्या अपने बीते कल को याद नहीं करना चाहिए?
जरूर करना चाहिए, लेकिन क्या दिल्ली का इतिहास बस मुगल काल में ही सिमटा हुआ है? नहीं।
Come visit Purana Killa in New Delhi to watch more.
बूंदी रियासत की स्थापना से लेकर राजस्थान में विलय होने तक बूंदी पर कुल 24 हाड़ा शासकों ने राज किया। अब आपके मन में ये प्रश्न जरूर उठ रहा होगा कि आखिर ये हाड़ा या हाड़ौती क्या है, कहां से और कैसे ये शब्द आया, और इसका बूंदी से क्या संबंध है। चलिए इस दिलचस्प कहानी को जानते हैं कि आखिर ये क्षेत्र हाड़ौती क्यों कहलाया। बूंदी पर चौहान राजपूतों का राज हुआ करता था। उनका एक अस्थिपाल नाम का राजकुमार था। कर्नल टॉड के अनुसार बूंदी राजाओं की 155वीं पीढ़ी के शासक भीमचंद या चंद्रसेन के पुत्र भानुराज आखेट के लिए गया था, जहां उसका सामना गंभीरा नाम के राक्षस से होता है। वो राक्षस राजकुमार को खा जाता है और उसकी हड्डियों का ढेर छोड़कर चला जाता है। डरे हुए लोग वहां से भाग खड़े होते हैं, राजा के पास जाकर सारा हाल बयां करते हैं।
महाराज,
महाराज,
क्या हुआ?
I am the epitome of history, a face reflecting the glorious days of ancient India. I am the spirit of the twin hills of Udayagiri and Khandagiri. All around me, dynasties have risen and crumbled to dust with time. Mighty kings have thundered by. Wars were fought. Power changed hands. I saw it. I recorded it. And I lived on and on. So today, let me be your Kathakar. Let me turn the pages of history for you and take you into the world of a mighty king whose story will leave you wonderstruck. I rose to prominence under the illustrious king, the Mahamegha, Bahanena, Aira Kharabela.
Storytelling at its best. The Honorable Minister of State for Tourism, Shri Suresh Gopiji, whose dynamic presence and commitment continue to energize India's tourism sector, and his encouragement and support play a significant role in advancing India's vision of showcasing its rich heritage and hospitality to the world. Honorable Minister could not physically be present here with us today, and we are going to now play his video recorded message. He sends his blessings and best wishes through this video recorded message. Can we please play
Namaste.
it?
Honorable Minister for Tourism and Culture, Honorable Minister for Tribal Affairs, Secretaries to Government of India, distinguished dignitaries on the dais, Managing Director ITDC, employees of ITDC, esteemed guests, ladies and gentlemen. I would have been very happy and it would have been a great pleasure to be physically present and be part of ITDC's double celebrations, but I have got caught in a constituency function, series of functions, in fact, and hence I'm appearing virtually to congratulate Team ITDC, especially the MD ITDC, for this milestone moment. I'm watching this program live on Facebook and appreciate the leadership and entire team of ITDC for the excellent manner in which today's program has been curated, showcasing not only its achievements over the years, but also its commitment to innovation, public engagement, and institutional excellence. I do wish to congratulate ITDC on the release of the special commemorative stamp in coordination with the Department of Posts to mark the 70 glorious years of the Ashok. I also extend my compliments on the launch of the book cover and a day at the hotel, which I am confident will go a long way in attracting students to IHM, Ashok, and this sector, which has shortage of trained professionals. The launch of the film on the Ashok beautifully captures the Ashoks spatial symphony and how its time honored grandeur has transformed into immersive luxury while embracing modern indulgence. While the inauguration of the renovated swimming pool at Samrat Hotel, along with the renovated Aishwarya Gardens and Airavat outdoors, reflect a strong emphasis on for the MICE segment. I also commend ITDC for the launch of the ITDC gift cards, an initiative and thoughtful initiative that enhances outreach and guest engagement, enhances brand recall, and creates a structured avenue for revenue generation. In addition, the unveiling of the three manuals today is a noteworthy step towards strengthening standardization, transparency, and operational clarity, and also institutional excellence. Such initiatives play a crucial role in institutional capacity building and knowledge dissemination. The launch of Sound and Light Show is yet another creative and engaging initiative that will deepen public connect and revitalize iconic tourist centers to prove a world-class experience for domestic and international visitors. Friends, I do understand that more important initiatives are scheduled to be unveiled, such as launch of ITDC's Ashok Travels and Tours online booking portal and its new services with MOU signing with Ministry of Tribal Affairs underscores ITDC's service excellence and institutional capability in hospitality and tourism. I would like to place on record my appreciation for such a comprehensive and thoughtfully planned celebration. I once again congratulate the ITDC leadership, employees, and all stakeholders of ITDC for these commendable initiatives and wish the organization continued success in all its future endeavors. Thank you. Jai Bharat.
Thank you, Honorable Minister, for such an inspiring and warm address. Ladies and gentlemen, we now have the launch of the new logo of the Institute of Hotel Management, IHM Ashok. The Ashok Institute of Hospitality and Tourism Management has been renamed with a new logo as the Institute of Hotel Management, IHM Ashok, to position the institute as a center of excellence in hospitality service education under the aegis of India's most authentic and enduring legacy hospitality brand. Requesting honorable ministers to kindly launch the new logo. IHM Ashok. Thank you, honorable ministers. Ladies and gentlemen, we now have the exchange of MOU with MOTA. ITDC has announced the signing of the Memorandum of Understanding with the Ministry of Tribal Affairs for the structured training of tribal homestay operators, pan-India underscoring ITDC's service excellence and institutional capability in hospitality and tourism building. Ladies and gentlemen, for the exchange of MOU, we have the MOTA officials, Sri Manish Thakur, Additional Secretary MOTA, Srimati Barnali Deka, Joint Secretary. From ITDC, Srimati Mugdha Sinha, MD ITDC, Srimati Divya Singh from IHM Ashok, and doing the exchange in the presence of our honorable ministers, Sri Gajendra Singh Shekhawat ji and Sri Jwala Ram ji. Ladies and gentlemen, that was a very historic exchange. We are extremely honored and pleased by the presence of Honorable Minister for Tribal Affairs, Sri Jwal Oramji, whose dedicated efforts continue to strengthen and empower India's tribal communities. His steadfast commitment to preserving tribal heritage and promoting inclusive development not only safeguards our rich cultural legacy but also enriches India's diverse tourism landscape. May I now request our guest of honor, Honorable Minister for Tribal Affairs, Shri Joal Oramji, to kindly deliver his address.
मान्यवर मंत्री गजेंद्र सिंह शेखावत जी, नीति आयोग के सदस्य बी के पॉल जी और एक सचिव मिस्टर न्याय एवं विभाग के सचिव नहीं है अभी, और अरुणीश चावला जी सचिव एवं संजय जाजू जी सचिव, मुग्धा सिन्हा जी एमडी आईटीडीसी। भाषण देना तो बहुत आसान है सर, भाषण देने के लिए तो बहुत मजा आता है, लेकिन जो सुनने वाले का हिम्मत को भी देखना पड़ता है। अब हमारा क्या लग रहा है, खाली एमओयू इसके लिए मेरे को बुलाया? हॉल आपका, स्टेज आपका, माइक आपका, हम बैठे हैं, सब ये कर रहा है। आप एक उद्घाटन पे उद्घाटन, विमोचन पे विमोचन करें, क्या लिखा है भगवान? मंत्री होने से बड़ा डेंजर है सर ये। आप ये 5 स्टार होटल में भी भाषण दो। हम तो ट्राइबल क्षेत्र से आते हैं गजेंद्र जी, वो मुर्गा लड़ाई में भी हम लोग को बुला लेते हैं। हमारा एरिया में हॉकी टूर्नामेंट है, हमारा सुंदरगढ़ जो दिलीप तिर्की से लेके बाकी हम 62 हॉकी प्लेयर नेशनल प्लेयर दिया है हमारा डिस्ट्रिक्ट से। तो हमारा एरिया में तो बहुत पैसा नहीं होता है, तो मुर्गा खासी ये सब का टूर्नामेंट होता है सर, उसमें भी जाके भाषण दो। और आपका इसमें होटल इसमें भी भाषण दो। मैं पूछ रहा था मुग्धा को, मैं तो यहाँ रेगुलर आता था सम्राट होटल में, मैं आपका जिम करने के लिए मैं रेगुलर आता था। सेतु रमन उसको चलाता था, उसके बाद कुछ दिन बंद हो गया, तो मैं फिर कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल क्लब में जा रहा हूँ, तो इसलिए मैं डेली आता था इसमें आपका। लेकिन यहाँ क्या है कैसा है, यहाँ का रेट मेरे को पता है। मंत्री जी की बोले कि 500 रुपया का गिफ्ट कूपन दे रहा हो, एक चाय मिलेगा तो। तो इसलिए ये है। लेकिन मैं धन्यवाद देता हूँ कि आपने 1000 ट्रैवल को आपने ट्रेनिंग देंगे, जो कि इको टूरिज्म मेनली जो ट्रैवल एरिया में है। मेरा क्षेत्र में एक बड़ा वाटरफॉल है खंडाधार, 2-3 डैम भी है वाटर बॉडी, उसमें भी बोटिंग और बाकी सब का व्यवस्था है। तो इको टूरिज्म धीरे धीरे अभी बढ़ रहा है। भारत सरकार ने निर्णय किया है कि हम कुछ टूरिज्म मिनिस्ट्री और ट्रैवल मिनिस्ट्री के साथ मिलके कुछ ऐसा फैसिलिटी हम बनाएंगे ट्रैवल एरिया में, जो कि ट्रैवल लोगों के लिए लाइवलीहुड में उनका मदद करेगा। और ये कम्युनिटी बेस्ड होगा, ये कोई माने इंडिविजुअल बिजनेस या पार्टनरशिप या ऐसा कुछ नहीं होगा, ये कम्युनिटी बेस्ड होगा। तो इसलिए मैं आया हूँ, और खाना पीना भी मिलेगा ऐसा सुन रहा हूँ, इसलिए हम तो नहीं तो उठ के चले जाते, क्या करेंगे। तो इसलिए धन्यवाद दे रहा हूँ। आप ओशोका के बारे में, 70 साल हुआ ओशोका, 60 ईयर हो गया ITDC, तो ये बहुत ही नामी दामी है। हम कभी कभी इंटरनेशनल फंक्शन होता है तो आ जाते हैं बुलाने से, उसमें भी तो अच्छा नाम करे, अच्छा काम करे। और इनक्रेडिबल इंडिया, भारत का नाम आपके कारण भी आगे बढ़ रहा है। और अच्छा अच्छा आपने दिखाया। बाकी तो मंत्री महोदय हैं, लंबा भाषण देंगे आप। मैं आपको धन्यवाद देता हूं कि आने के बाद आपने सम्मानित किया, बैठने के लिए मौका दिया, बोलने के लिए भी दे रहे हैं, माइक अच्छा है, बोलने के लिए अच्छा है। तो इसलिए धन्यवाद करता हूं। आप बाकी विदेश से आए हुए हैं मेहमान भी, आपका प्रधानमंत्री जी का और हमारा मंत्री जी का इच्छा के अनुरूप काम किया है, इसलिए मैं धन्यवाद देता हूं, बधाई देता हूं। 60 साल आप सेलिब्रेट कर रहे हैं, 70 साल सेलिब्रेट कर रहे हैं, 100 साल भी जरूर करेंगे, आगे और भी करेंगे। हम रहे ना रहे, कोई तो करेगा। आप उसमें लगे रहिए, मेरा शुभेच्छा है। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद।
Thank you, Honorable Minister, for your witty and noteworthy address. आपने पूरे माहौल को खिलखिला दिया। धन्यवाद, माननीय मंत्री महोदय। Ladies and gentlemen, we now have the unveiling of the Ashok Travels and Tours brochure. ITDC has launched a comprehensive brochure redefining itself as a one-stop shop for travel, tourism, and hospitality ecosystem, offering a refined suite of services. May I request our honorable ministers to kindly unveil the Ashok Tours and Travels brochure. Thank you, honorable ministers. Up next, we have the launch of the ITDC online booking portal and short film. ITDC has launched an online booking portal, www.itdcbookings.in, for the government, ministries, public sector undertakings, defense, and paramilitary forces. This has marked a major step towards digital modernization and technology-enabled and hassle-free booking service. This platform offers a single integrated portal for all bookings. May I please request the honorable ministers to unveil this digitally. We now have the Felicitation of Design cohort from JKLU for the project on Taj Restaurant Agra. The design students of the Institute of Design of JK Lakshmipat University, Jaipur were enlisted to review the user experience of visitors to the Taj Mahal and ITDC's Taj Restaurant Agra as part of the government focus on not just proper destination development but also ethnography-based destination management. This group took up the assignment as part of the systems design project and have submitted their findings and solutions to enhance the visibility, design aspect, and outreach. The same has been taken up for implementation, and ITDC is grateful for the unique inputs and is felicitating them with certificates for their pro bono initiative as a measure of our appreciation. We will now felicitate the students in the presence of their faculty present with us today in the audience. Shri Prem Singh, HR Head, JK Organization, Dr. Vijay Shekhar Chalaboina, Vice Chancellor, JKLU, and Professor A. Balasubramaniam, Director, Institute of Design. May I please invite our students now? Mr. Harsh Warrior. And for this, I would like to request our audience to really give a huge round of applause to encourage these young students. Mr. Harish Warrior. Congratulations. Ms. Shushmita Shivaraju. I don't hear any applause from this side. Ms. Yashika Bhatt. Ms. Rashi Bhagre. And Ms. Ritika Malik. The girls team have outled the boys. Huge round of applause for them. Thank you and congratulations. Ladies and gentlemen, a wonderful way to involve design students in real projects. Ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to now present mementos to our esteemed guests as a gesture of appreciation. These mementos have been specially curated for this occasion. May I please request Srimati Mukta Sinha to kindly present the memento. Firstly, to our chief guest, Sri Gajendra Singh Shekhawat ji, Honorable Minister of Tourism and Culture. An Honorable Minister has presented this to our guest of honor, Honorable Minister Shri Jwaloramji. And this is for our Honorable Minister Shri Gajendra Singh Shekhawat ji. Ma'am, may I please request you to kindly present the mementos to Dr. Vinod Paul, to Dr. Arunesh Chawla, and to Dr. Srivatsa Krishna. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, we are deeply honored by the gracious presence of Honorable Minister of Tourism and Culture, Shri Gajendra Singh Shekhawat ji, whose leadership continues to strengthen India's cultural and tourism landscape. And may I now request him to kindly deliver his keynote address.
चलिए बहुत सारा धन्यवाद आप सबके धैर्य की, आप सबके साहस की कि 5:30 बजे के कार्यक्रम में 9 बजे भी आप लोग मुस्कुरा रहे हैं। मैं आप सबकी बहुत सारा अभिनंदन करता हूं और विशेष धन्यवाद करना चाहता हूं मेरे मित्र हैं, मेरे साथी भी हैं, आदरणीय जुआल ओराम साहब का, क्योंकि जब जुआल साहब बोलने के लिए खड़े हुए थे तब मैं आप सबके चेहरों को देख करके मुझे तरस आ रहा था। 5:30 बजे से लेकर के 4:45 बजे से लेकर के 8:30 बजे तक आप लोगों की स्थिति मुझे ऐसी लग रही थी जैसे गन्ने का रस निकालने वाली मशीन में डाल दिया। और विशेष रूप से यहां उपस्थित जो हॉस्पिटैलिटी इंडस्ट्री के कैप्टन्स बैठे हैं, ज्योत्सना सूरी मैडम यहाँ बैठी हैं, काचरू साहब यहाँ बैठे हैं, रोहित खोसला जी बैठे हैं, आज इनको भी ज्ञान प्राप्त हुआ होगा कि सरकार का होटल चलाना और कॉरपोरेट होटल चलाना, इन दोनों में कितना फर्क है। सरकार का होटल चलाना है तो ये तो अच्छा हुआ है कि मेन्यू की डिशेस को आज मुग्धा जी ने एक एक को लॉन्च नहीं करवाया। लोगों से लेकर के रेसिपी बुक तक सब चीजों का इनॉग्रेशन फॉर्मल प्रोग्राम हुआ। आप लोगों को निश्चित रूप से कितने इवेंट किए जा सकते हैं इसका ज्ञान आज प्राप्त हुआ होगा। हम सब आज एक ऐसे महत्वपूर्ण अवसर पर एकत्रित हुए जब अशोका होटल ने 7 दशक पूरे किए और आईटीडीसी ने अपने 60 साल की यात्रा को पूरा किया। मैं अभिनंदन करना चाहता हूं स्वागत के साथ में मेरे साथी आदरणीय जुआल ओराम साहब का कि उन्होंने आज हमारे निमंत्रण पर आज इस कार्यक्रम में आकर के न केवल कार्यक्रम की गरिमा को बढ़ाया, अपितु अपने संवाद की कला से हम सब के मन में एक नई ऊर्जा, एक विश्वास, एक प्रेरणा दी। मैं अभी स्वागत करते हुए अभिनंदन करना चाहता हूं आदरणीय विनोद कुमार पॉल साहब का, दीपम के सचिव आदरणीय अरुणीश चावला जी का। जब अरुणीश जी भाषण देने के लिए खड़े हुए, क्योंकि मेरे दूसरे मंत्रालय में सचिव के नाते इन्होंने काम किया है, इन्होंने कहा सामान्यतया कोई साहस नहीं करता दीपम के सचिव को बुलाने का, लेकिन मैं अभिनंदन करना चाहता हूं, बधाई देना चाहता हूं मेरी टीम की प्रमुख मेंबर आईटीडीसी के मैनेजिंग डायरेक्टर आदरणीय मुग्धा जी का, कि उन्होंने साहस किया न केवल दीपम के सचिव को बुलाने का, लेकिन उनके साथ साथ में डीपी के सेक्रेटरी को बुलाने का भी, और उसके साथ साथ में नीति आयोग के सम्मानित सदस्यों का भी बुलाने का, और बुला करके ये हौसला दिखाने का कि आप सब साथ खड़े हो जाइए, हम इसको 1000 करोड़ की कंपनी जो है इसको बना सकते। क्योंकि सरकार में जो एक कहीं विश्वास खो गया पिछले दशकों में आईटीडीसी और आईटीडीसी के होटल्स को लेकर के जिस तरह की एक वायुमंडल का निर्माण हो गया था, उसको तोड़ने का जिस तरह से प्रयास पिछले वर्षों में हुआ, होटल अशोक जिस तरह से प्रॉफिट मेकिंग एंटिटी बना और उसके बाद में हमने हर साल अपने प्रॉफिट्स को एस्केलेट करने में, उसको बढ़ाने में सफलता प्राप्त की, इन सब को बुला करके हम साहस के साथ एक साथ दिखाने में आज इस कार्यक्रम में कामयाब हुए कि आप सब लोग यदि साथ खड़े हों और विश्वास करें तो हम इसको हजारों करोड़ रुपए की कंपनी बना करके इन कॉम्पिटिटर्स के बराबर में खड़ा हो सकते हैं। साथियों, आज का दिन निश्चित रूप से बहुत गौरव का दिन है। गौरव का दिन इसलिए, जैसा सभी लोगों ने कहा, और जिसके कारण से आप लोगों को लगभग 2-2.5 घंटे अतिरिक्त इंतजार करना पड़ा, कि आज साउथ ब्लॉक की वो ऐतिहासिक इमारत जो पिछले आजादी के पहले से लेकर के 1923 से लेकर के जब बनना शुरू हुई और 1933 से लेकर के इस 95 साल की यात्रा में जो भारत का पावर सेंटर थी, वहां आज भारत के प्रधानमंत्री के नेतृत्व में आखिरी कैबिनेट का आयोजन होकर के उस बिल्डिंग को हमेशा हमेशा के लिए जो है वहां से प्रधानमंत्री ने अपने कार्यालय को सेवा तीर्थ में स्थानांतरित कर दिया। ये एक केवल एक भवन जैसा, प्रधानमंत्री जी का भाषण देखते हुए तो आप सब लोगों ने देखा होगा, उन्होंने कहा ये केवल एक भवन का परिवर्तन नहीं है, एक ऑफिस प्रीमाइसेस का चेंज नहीं है, अभी तो भारत विकसित होने की दिशा में आगे बढ़ रहा है और हम अपने गुलामी के प्रतीकों से बाहर निकल रहे हैं, इसका एक साहसिक उद्घोष है। निश्चित रूप से आप सब लोगों को जो असुविधा हुई, विलंब हुआ, उसके लिए आदरणीय मुग्धा जी ने भी आप सबसे क्षमा प्रार्थना की, मैं भी क्षमा प्रार्थना करना चाहता हूं, लेकिन आई टेक इट दिस एज एन अपॉर्चुनिटी कि जितने लोग हैं, शायद वो लोग, ये अगर संयोग न होता कि इस सभागार में बैठ करके हम सामूहिक रूप से ये जो पैराडिम शिफ्ट है और जो 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 उद्घोष, साहसिक उद्घोष भारत के परिवर्तन का आज हुआ है, उस ऐतिहासिक पल के सामूहिक रूप से साक्षी बनते, शायद यह संभव नहीं था। अकस्मात ही बना, लेकिन यह सुखद संयोग बना और हम सब इसके साक्षी बने, इस ऐतिहासिक पल के साक्षी बने। और आज आईटीडीसी के 60 साल और अशोक के 70 साल की यह यात्रा पूरी होने का पल इस संयोग के साथ मिलकर के और भी महत्वपूर्ण हो गया। मित्रों, किसी व्यक्ति के जीवन में 60-70 साल का समय बहुत बड़ा समय होता है। वो अपने जीवन की यात्रा का एक बहुत बड़ा भाग पूरा करके, स्वर्णिम भाग पूरा करके उत्तरार्ध की तरफ जाने को प्रशस्त होता है। लेकिन एक संस्थान के जीवन में 70 साल शायद उतना बड़ा समय नहीं होता। निश्चित रूप से महत्वपूर्ण होता है, लेकिन उतना बड़ा नहीं होता, उतना महत्वपूर्ण नहीं होता कि जितना एक व्यक्ति के जीवन में होता है। अब आज हम एक संस्थान के 60 और 70 साल पूरे होने, उसके और अधिक परिपक्व होने के अवसर पर हम सब लोग जब यहां एक साथ एकत्रित आए और एक ऐसे संस्थान के जिसने जो भारत की शाश्वत भावना है, अतिथि देवो भव, उस शाश्वत भावना को शब्दों की सीमा से परे निकाल करके, बाहर निकाल करके उसे आचरण में उतारते हुए विश्व तक पहुंचाने का काम किया है। हम एक ऐसे संस्थान की 70 साल की यात्रा, जो लगभग भारत की आजादी की यात्रा से कुछ वर्ष कम है, उस यात्रा के साक्षी बनने के लिए आज हम सब लोग यहां एकत्रित हुए। इसलिए मैं ये मानता हूं कि ये 60 और 70 वर्षों का ये कालखंड और आज हम सब का यहां एकत्रित आना, ये सामूहिक संकल्प की सिद्धि का उत्सव है। आज हम सब का यहां एकत्रित आना, इस 70 साल की विरासत, उस विरासत पर गर्व करने का दिन है। आज हम सब का एक साथ यहां उपस्थित होना, अब तक की यात्रा जो हमने की, अनेक उतार चढ़ावों से भरी हुई यात्रा होगी, हमने विस्तार को भी देखा, हमने विस्तार से वापस अपने आप को सिमटते हुए भी देखा, भारत को बदलते हुए भी देखा और भारत को अदम्य जिजीविषा के साथ में एक बार फिर उठ खड़े होकर के विश्व के पटल पर छा जाने के संकल्प को लेकर के विकसित होते हुए भी देखा। आज 70 साल की यात्रा पूरी होने के बाद आज का महत्वपूर्ण दिन, विकसित होते हुए भारत के साथ कदम ताल करके हुए आगे बढ़ने के लिए एक नया संकल्प अपने जीवन में लेकर के, इस परिवार जो आईटीडीसी परिवार को साथ में लेकर के आगे बढ़ने के संकल्प का दिन भी है। जब 1966 में आईटीडीसी की स्थापना की गई होगी, तब कितना दूरदर्शी सोच रहा हो कि भारत की जो पहचान, भारत की जो छवि है, उस छवि से निकाल करके भारत को बाहर पूरे विश्व के निगाह में भारत आ सके, इस दृष्टिकोण से भारत आने वाले लोगों के मन में जो भारत की छवि वो भारत के लिए लेकर के जाएं, उसके लिए एक वर्ल्ड क्लास इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर भारत में खड़ा हो सके, इस दृष्टिकोण से भारत के हॉस्पिटैलिटी स्टैंडर्ड को, जो निश्चित रूप से भारतीयों के डीएनए में है, उसका ट्रू रिफ्लेक्शन हमारे इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर में हो सके, इस दृष्टिकोण से भारत को वैश्विक पर्यटन के मानचित्र पर खड़ा करने के उद्देश्य से उस समय स्थापना की गई थी। लेकिन तब से लेकर के आज इस बदलते हुए भारत में, परिवर्तित होते हुए भारत में, जब न केवल भारत की छवि बदल रही है, अपितु तो भारत अपने आप में बदलाव के रास्ते पर है। इट इज अंडरगोइंग इरा ऑफ ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन। उस समय में, उस महत्वपूर्ण कालखंड में, जब हम भारत में के परिवर्तन के, संपरिवर्तन के, ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन के अमृत काल में प्रवेश कर चुके हैं, तब निश्चित रूप से आज का दिन अत्यंत महत्वपूर्ण भी है, प्रासंगिक भी है। जहां एक तरफ भारत का परिदृश्य बदल रहा है, मैं अभी जब बैठा बात चर्चा कर रहा था, तब मैंने कहा कि भारत में होटल के युग की शुरुआत, ताज ग्रुप ने जब पहला ग्रुप होटल शुरू किया था, तब से लेकर के रोहित खोसला जी यहां बैठे, एक होटल से दूसरे होटल तक पहुंचने में 55 साल का समय लगा था। दूसरे होटल से 50 होटल तक पहुंचने में फिर आगे 55-50 साल का समय लगा था। लेकिन आज बदलता हुआ भारत इतना समृद्ध है और इतनी असीम संभावनाओं से भरा हुआ है कि अगर मैं गलत नहीं हूं तो शायद ताज ग्रुप ऑफ होटल्स हर साल 50 होटल नए जो हैं वो साइन कर रहा होगा। और जितने लोग यहाँ ताज में, उदाहरण दे रहा हूं, काचरू साहब यहाँ बैठे हैं, ज्योत्सना मैम यहाँ बैठे हैं, सब लोग जो है उस गति के साथ में, उस तेजी के साथ में भारत का के पर्यटन की संभावनाओं का और पर्यटन की आवश्यकताओं का विस्तार हो रहा है। ऐसे समय में निश्चित रूप से आज का दिन हम सब के लिए और भी महत्वपूर्ण है कि हम आईटीडीसी के इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर को और आईटीडीसी के प्लेटफॉर्म को ग्रो करते हुए किस तरह से हम एक सिग्निफिकेंट, रेलेवेंट और प्राइमरी प्लेयर बने रहे, इसके लिए हम सबको, इस पूरे परिवार को रिजॉल्व करने की आवश्यकता है। एक नया संकल्प लेकर के उस संकल्प को सिद्ध करने के लिए आगे बढ़ने की आवश्यकता है। मैं ज्यादा लंबा समय नहीं लेना चाहता, बधाई देना चाहता हूं आईटीडीसी टीम को, आदरणीय मुग्धा जी को, और जिस तरह की उत्साह और जिस तरह की ऊर्जा मैं अभी टीम में देख रहा हूं, मैं मानता हूं, पूरा विश्वास करता हूं कि भारत की ऊर्जा के साथ में, भारत के विश्वास के, आत्मविश्वास के साथ में आईटीडीसी भी कदम ताल करता हुआ मुझे दिखाई देता है। और निश्चित ही एक बहुत सुनहरा भविष्य, जिस तरह से भारत में टूरिज्म की संभावनाओं का विस्तार हो रहा है, भारत की तरफ देखने की दृष्टि बदल रही, पूरे विश्व का नजरिया भारत की तरफ देखने का परिवर्तित होने के साथ साथ में भारत आर्थिक दृष्टि से माननीय प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी के नेतृत्व में प्रगति करते हुए विश्व की चौथी अर्थव्यवस्था और चौथी से अब तीसरी अर्थव्यवस्था बनने की दिशा में आगे जा रहा है। भारत में इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर की दिशा में अभूतपूर्व प्रगति हुई है और आने वाले वर्ष में भी उसी प्रगति के साथ में एक बार और एक नया पायदान कदम आगे बढ़ाते हुए इस साल के बजट में भी 12.5 लाख करोड़ रुपए इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर पर निवेश करेंगे। इसकी घोषणा माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी के मार्गदर्शन में वित्त मंत्री ने की है। उसमें भारत की पर कैपिटा इनकम बढ़ रही है। भारत के करोड़ों लोग सरकार की नीतियों के कारण से, प्रधानमंत्री के स्पष्ट लक्ष्य की प्राप्ति को लेकर के किए गए प्रयासों के चलते हुए आज 25 करोड़ लोग गरीबी की रेखा से बाहर निकल करके मध्यम वर्ग का जीवन जी रहे हैं। वो भारत के लिए एक नया टूरिज्म पोटेंशियल और एक नया मार्केट खड़ा कर रहे हैं। ऐसे महत्वपूर्ण समय में जब हमारा ये उद्योग विस्तार की असीम संभावनाओं को समेट करके आगे बढ़ रहा है, हमको उसके साथ कदम ताल करते हुए और गति के साथ में काम करने, प्रयास करने और गति के साथ में आगे बढ़ने की आवश्यकता है। टूरिज्म का सेक्टर केवल हॉस्पिटैलिटी तक सीमित नहीं, और आईटीडीसी ने जिस तरह से इसके सारे वर्टिकल्स पर अपने आप को पहले खड़ा किया था, वहां कुछ न्यूनताएं रह गई होंगी, कुछ कमियां रह गई होंगी, कुछ हम आगे बढ़े होंगे, लेकिन जितनी संभावनाएं हमारे पास थी शायद हम उतना विस्तार नहीं कर पाए। उन संभावनाओं को देखते हुए और वर्तमान में खड़ी संभावनाओं को देखते हुए हम और अधिक गति से काम करते हुए जो कुछ नहीं कर पाए उसको पूरा करने और उस लक्ष्य को संकल्प सिद्ध करने के संकल्प के साथ में आगे बढ़ें। ऐसी शुभकामनाओं के साथ में मैं आप सबका हृदय से धन्यवाद करता हुआ आप सबको बहुत सारी बधाई देता हूं। भारत माता की।
धन्यवाद माननीय मंत्री महोदय, आपके प्रेरणा भरी संबोधन ने हम सब में एक नया उत्साह जोड़ दिया है। Thank you, Honorable Minister, for your stellar address. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for being a part of this journey. The celebration may conclude, but the timeless legacy of Indian hospitality continues. Please join me in extending a very heartfelt thank you to our Honorable Minister Shri Gajendra Singh Shekhawat ji, Honorable Minister Shri Jwala Ram ji, and all our esteemed dignitaries present with us on the dais. Please let's give a big hand of appreciation. And thank you to each and every one of you for your kind patience and remaining here with us and participating in this milestone celebration. Ladies and gentlemen, we will have the media interaction with the minister at the Awadh restaurant, and the dinner will be served by the swimming pools. But before we go, we have the Vande Matram by the BSF band, so request you to kindly remain with us for just a few moments. With that, ladies and gentlemen, I, Sanati Pani, take your leave. Please enjoy your dinner and have a wonderful evening. Vande Matram and Jai Hind.